video today, we're going to be talking a little bit about one of the recent projects that we've completed. We're going to be talking about the design side and the installation side, and also the type of project that this was. So if you're in the market for a kitchen, or if it's been a while since you had one done, you're wondering what the latest is, this video might help with that. So to wind things back a bit and just mention that client has visited LDC here at the showroom to have a look at the styles and quality of the furniture, and then gone on to book one of our free design surveys with David. David would then ascertain that the project already has a builder and somebody that's taking care of all of the prep work and everything else for whatever design will be going live, and that it is that they need a dry fitted and supplied kitchen. Dry fitted is a word we use in the industry where we're just doing the carpentry, so all the cabinets, plinths, panels, handles and that sort of thing, but not the electrics and plumbing. Actually, in fact, we did do the plumbing on this one, so it slightly confuses things, but let's put that to one side for a minute. Wind things back to where the customer has booked the appointment for us to go round and take a look at what they've got now and some of the thoughts they've got. So the previous kitchen was down at the window end of this, where the sink is in front of the window leading onto the garden, and there's like a cupboard on the left hand side here that protrudes into the room a little bit. The reason I bring these two to your attention is because in David's design we are putting the kitchen up at the other end, whereby we can use that sink window to put a set of bifold doors in, and the cupboard that protrudes into the room will be deleted and it will go back to a flat wall. And so with that cupboard being deleted, it meant that we could create a nice long run for the cooker to have the range on the back. And also on that side in the design, David's added something called a wing line dresser. So the new position for the sink is on the opposite end of where it used to be. And it's obviously caters for a decent size island with a couple of breakfast bar stools. And then on the other wall, we've got the American fridge and some tall housings for extra storage, food storage on some nice larders. The room size is 4.3 by 6.5 meters. It's a generous size room for just a solus kitchen to go into, so can easily justify a small table at the end as well. And the bifold doors will end up being about 3.3 meters as well, so they'll let plenty of light in. So when we come up with the design, there's a lot of factors that are considered. Most importantly, the client's brief, to take on board things that they've liked and disliked about their previous kitchen. Sometimes we joke because there really isn't anything they liked about the previous kitchen, but a lot of the time there are some important factors that want to be carried across. So listening in for that, and also what type of appliances and style of cooking they'll be doing, how many people are going to be using the space, all of that contributes to how we end up with a design. And then there's the style. So the style of a kitchen will reflect on the layout slightly, but not so much that it's style over substance, but just in certain aspects. So for example, a more traditional kitchen, you get away with smaller doors and more of them to fit with that traditional nature. But if you've got something that's really urban or very modern and sleek and like a slab style door, often the bigger frontages and less busy is the way forwards, which can differ what you will put where, because whether it's drawers, whether it's double cupboards, whether it's lift up cupboards, all of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot that comes out when we talk through that initial visit in the house, which can be a good couple of hours sometimes, to get to know the customer and the brief. But in this case, it is a nice contemporary shaker kitchen that's been opted for. It's actually our Hardwick door, which is a solid one door, painted, and that will allow the grain to throw through because it's a solid door. That will also be working with a nice quartz work surface and range cooker. Yeah, we've got a 900 range master and a 90 wide USA style fridge as well. Those were the couple of items that being carried across because they were purchased quite recently, so they needed to be factored in. The rest of it was more of a blank canvas. Within the design, we've got a couple of premium options with the wing line dresser I mentioned, 2 wing line wall cupboards, and a space tower on the other wall with the American fridge. Space tower would mean that there's integrated pull-out drawers inside that larder. So from outside it looks like a straightforward larder, but from inside you've got the extra drawers. Those cupboards have been balanced with some standard cupboards, but also there's a couple of glazed units which are illuminated with glass shelves as standard. And the space tower also comes with built-in lighting, and so does the wing line dresser. So to get into the installation side of this, Customers Builder Richard has done an excellent job of getting this project ready for the delivery date. He has removed the original kitchen and flooring, etc., to get back to a shell. And then they've knocked out the windows and put a RSJ across for the new bifold doors. Also, the cupboard that came into the room has been deleted, and fresh plaster on the ceiling. I think as well all of the spotlights were redone. So all the spotlights were done by the electrician as well, so that they suited the new layout with the island and the walkways and so on. You've got to do that kind of stuff when you change the room up like this, because it's completely the other way around. The floor has also been added prior to the kitchen's arrival, which, wherever possible, that's always a really good thing, because we'll protect that floor when we're working on it. But then we're working with a finished article in terms of heights and lines. In this case, it's herringbone, so the lines are less of an issue than when we're working with straight lines or tiles and so on. But when the floor does go down, we can set all the plinths and all the panels, any curved items, any external plinths. It allows us to really get this over the line at the end, as opposed to then having to leave quite a few bits off and either revisit and plan for that, or the flooring chaps take things off and undo some of the work that's been done. So we've come into a fully prepared room, as you can see here. This was day 1 of the kitchen fit, and Charlie, one of our trusty fitters, is on this one. He's making some progress here, where he'll start in the corner of the room and begin to work his way out of that corner, which is the natural thing to do. That would then dictate which cupboards come in next and so on, so as we can work our way around the room. We'll always concentrate on getting the base units in place first, so as we can tee up our work surface template date. So in many cases, if the kitchens are being delivered and installed from a Monday, we'd probably see them coming in on a Friday to do their template, because it takes around about a week to turn around stone work surfaces. That allows us to carry on with the wall cupboards and tall cupboards if we're still working on those things whilst they're off making those tops. Keeps the job on track and reduces any lead times where possible. So fast forward about 3 or 4 days here, and we can see that Charlie's got pretty much all the base units are in and the island's constructed. He's got the sink in situ for the undermount, so he's pretty much ready for the work surfaces at this point. He's even managed to get the wing line dress unit in place, and because of the nature of the way this project is, we can actually install that too with some battens to hold it in place, ready to slide the quartz in. Sometimes that's not always possible if it's on a corner or something like that, but in this case it's a straightforward rectangle that's got to go in there, so it's the easier way round. But yeah, he's made some really good progress, and you can really see this design now taking shape. So the next stage is that the work surfaces be templated, which the guys came in and did that, and so we shall fast forward to the point where those are coming back in, where Charlie goes back and the worktop guys have just put those in as well. They're just now doing some sealing and some cleaning up, so because there's upstands and a backsplash to go in as well. But now that those have gone on, it's really transformed this kitchen. So during the time they were making the work surfaces, Charlie's been able to get the larders installed and put the frame round ready for the fridge to come into there. and once the electricians put the PowerPoint, made that live, that fridge can then just go into that aperture. So now the worktops are in, and we're seeing that we've got some lights in the cupboards. All the underlighting's been done by the electrician. It's really looking the part now. And as you can see, we've got the sink door off because Charlie on this one, as I mentioned earlier, is doing a bit of plumbing. So he's going to be commissioning the cooker tap, the instant boiling tap, and plumbing up the waste so that the sink is on now that those tops have gone in. So as you can see by this footage, that the unit above the fridge is in the incorrect colour. I guess it could be in that colour, but it's not. It's supposed to be in the Highland stone. These things happen, but we already recognised this on the first day of the delivery, so that frontage was reordered and it will be arriving soon, which will get switched out. So for now it just plays the part to put a finished cupboard in there, but we'll be dropping in to switch that over as soon as the new painted product is available. So at this point now, we just need to bring the American fridge and the cooker into the room, and then the electrician can connect them both, and then that is going to be at a point where the customer can then take this over and make a house a home. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you found that it was an interesting video to make, where we just do a bit more of a behind the scenes on the design, dive a bit more deeper into that design process, and also the installation of a typical project. If you've got a project of your own, why not come and see us? We'd be delighted to look at that with you, and maybe we can do a design and quote for yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and like and share the videos because they really help our channel grow. And we look forward to seeing you in the next one real soon.